So literally I gave Dawn today's notice. We talked about it briefly a couple weeks ago. We were going to do this. It was in the books for July. And then I was like, I just realized it's month end. We want to kick booty in July. We want to get all kind of try to start mastering Canva, right? And start getting all these graphics up and running and kind of master our content. So let's kind of knock it out. Today is part 1. And then next Monday is 4th of July. So we will not be having huddle, but then the following Monday we'll have part 2. So that's how this is going to work. It would be impossible to ask Dawn to teach us everything that she's learned in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So we're going to break it down to 2 sessions tonight and then enjoy our 4th next week. I joked around with Dawn earlier and I said, because next Monday night, everyone's going to be posting fireworks and none of us want to look at. That's what usually happens all over Facebook on 4th of July night. It's fireworks shows everywhere, dark sky and a bunch of fireworks and none of us can see. So for those of you that are hopping on, I am Nicole J.A. I am your social media director. We always start our huddles with I ams because we believe anything that you say after I am is what you're going to kind of bless. So let's get some I ams going in the chart. And Dawn, why don't you kind of take it away? Are you going to share a screen with us? I don't know if you were.
I am. You guys have talked me up. I feel like I'm going to disappoint. I am not so masterful like genius with Canva. I just want to put it out there. I'm not a content creator. I have learned everything just by playing around with it. And I have done a lot of YouTubing. I even went on YouTube today to look up like Canva for beginners. I wanted to make sure I cover like beginning steps because everything to me I've been doing, it seems so easy. So I'm like, all right. So just saying everything's out there, you guys. Okay. I am going to show you some really basic stuff here though.
Yes.
Share. Hang on. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. How do I move all of this stuff out of my way? I love your face, Nicole, but I need to move your face.
I don't see, all I see is your screen. So I think it's up in your.
Okay. It's in my screen. I'm like just Nicole's face.
No.
Okay. All right. So, somebody asked Nicole this morning, like, do I use the Canva Pro or the Canva free option? I use Pro, but there's so many features in here, you guys, that are free. So don't feel like you need the Pro unless you are like literally in it all the day, every day. So first you need to come in here and you need to figure out like, what are you making? So since most of us are doing social media stuff, I'm going to click this social media and come on. All right. So now you can go to Instagram and you can see different like templates in this. You could do Facebook. So I'm just going to do something really basic. You all know I do, well, it's basic to me. I shouldn't say basic, but I do a lot of like mobile videos, like Instagram story videos. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to click Instagram story. And now you can see it is the size of a story. So you want to make sure when you are making your graphics, is it the size of a story? Is it the size of like your post on your timeline? Because it is different and it will show up different. So once you have this ready, now you can decide like, do you want to start with a template? There are templates galore that you can literally just click something and start messing around with it. Or you can do what I've been doing, which is I go to elements. I'm going to pretend that I'm going to make a video about Gold Digger. Let's pretend.
Ooh, okay.
So I am going to search anything here. I'm going to search for fire because it burns, right? That's my thought. So because we're going to do a video, now you can see all these graphics and things. There's videos in here, all that. I want videos. And then let's see, I can't remember if I have to click something. I want an animated video. Apply the filters. Now, all of these are little videos now. So let's pretend. Now you can see which ones are pro too. So these ones are the ones that
the ones with the little crowns say pro. And if you upgrade to pro, you can use those. But if not, there's so much in here for the free.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All of these, like this one's free. This one's free. This one's free. So I'm going to click this one. Let's pretend that we're going to use this one. First thing you want to know is videos. You want to make sure they're not super long. As you can see way up here on the left, this one's 24 seconds. That's way too long for a video. So if you click this, now you can trim it to whatever size you want. I usually keep them to 8 to 10 seconds because you really just don't need very long ones. So let's do that. I'm going to click done. Now they usually come with volume too, which you don't really want crackling fire usually. So make sure you go up to the little volume button, and now you can mute that. Okay, so now we need to make this fit the screen. Now I could just click it and drag it, or if I right click, I can click set video as background. So now that's there as my background. I could view it right here. If you go all the way up here, you can see it's 8 seconds. If I click play, now that's just the fire. Okay, cool. We made a fire.
Now we already. I love it.
Okay. So now if you want to put like a gold digger jar there, so here's what you would do. I've already uploaded a ton of stuff in here, so I have to scroll all the way to the bottom. As you can see, I made that graphic today. I've got Nicole's face. Okay. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom till I get to my gold digger. So give me a second. I make a lot of graphics, guys.
Good.
Come on, where are they? Man, some old photos.
And the beauty of this is too, you guys, if you spend the time to make some graphics, you can reshare those and repost them. If you're adding to your network and working your social media the way you should, you can continually keep using the graphics that you've created over and over again, because new people and new eyes will be seeing it. So that's what I wanted to kind of share with that.
Yes. Okay. So I've got all these like little images taken from our old website, as you can see the black background, but I'm going to click the gold digger one. Okay. So here's something I do need to note here is that to remove the background image on this, to make this just no black box, you do have to have the pro version in Canva. I know there's other apps that you can use for background removers that might be free.
Pixar is another one that is a good one to use. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you do have to know that, but so I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to remove the background here, edit image, background remover. Okay. Now I can resize this by just clicking the corner and just kind of dragging it open or closed. I can move it around. I'm just going to set it here for now because I don't know where I'm putting it. Okay. So now if I wanted to add some text, you go over to the little text. This is where you're going to find all your backgrounds, all your photos, all your little things, all the things are over there. So you could start with just your own text here and fix it as you go. You can start with all these little combinations. You could do something kind of fun. I will be honest, I typically just click one thing here and I just go with it. So I'm going to type gold digger. Now you can't see it. Okay. We're going to change the color. Let's just make it a color. It will usually, Canva is really great about matching like the colors with whatever your image is. So you can kind of color coordinate a little bit. So just like any other, program, you can change your texts. So there's a ton of free ones. You'll see the crown is the ones that you can't use unless you're doing pro. I'm going to just click some here, some font. You can change the size, the colors. If you click effects over here, you can have a shadow, you can make it more transparent, you can do a lift. So there's all sorts of fun things you can do with your fonts. And then I could write more text about like the benefits and all of that. But before I do that, I want to show you. So let's say I want the image to do more than just a fire in the background, because I'll show you what happens right now. So if I click to play it, it's just going to sit there. Now that's kind of cool. It's not bad, but if we want to make it more animated, if you click the font and you go up to animate, now you can see all of these different ways that you can have it kind of like swoop in. You can pop up, you can type it out. Let's click that one. Okay, so that's with gold diggers.
Cute.
And you could do the same thing with the jar. Whoops. Oopsies. Oops. Hang on. Okay, animate. And we could do the same thing. We could have that kind of fade in or pop. So now if I go over and I play it, now it kind of animates the whole thing.
Everyone's already saying, I want to play. I want to play. I want to do it.
Okay. Can I be honest though? Like once you get playing in here, don't get lost for hours like I have. You don't get paid to make graphics. Okay. Just remember that. Okay. So that's something kind of fun to do with videos. Play around, you guys, just click things. You can click in here in elements. Let's say I just wanted like a little fire to make it burn. I just want it to be a graphic this time. I don't want it to move. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to filter, and I'm just going to click static filters. Now nothing's going to move. It's just whatever I want to choose. I could just like play with this. I could adjust it and put it like, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm just showing you can move it around.
To play with. Yeah. I love that.
So many fun things to play with in here. Okay. So, that one we'll leave. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
That's good.
So that's a kind of a fun thing to do with a video. You don't have to do videos. Obviously, like you could just do a story.
I have people asking if you do this on your desktop or if you do it on your phone. And if you're doing it on your desktop, does it save to your phone? And
okay. So the answers to that is yes and yes. I do half and half. Sometimes I sit in my phone and play with Canva, and sometimes I do it in my Mac or the desktop. My husband has a PC, so I've got it everywhere, but it works better if you're on a computer. I'll be honest. It's a lot easier to navigate. But anything you do in your phone, your PC, as long as you're in your account, it saves. So like if I go over to my home button right now, if I click your projects on the side and I click designs, it's going to show you everything I've ever made.
Okay. Got it.
And my husband is in here now playing around with stuff. Okay. So, whoops, what did I just do with that? Get out of my way thing. I can't see the top of my screen. You probably can't. Okay. All right. I'm back at my thing. All right. So here I wanted to show you just templates, what you can do with templates, guys. There's seriously so many things, but let's say we want to do something kind of like, I don't know, sparkle. Let's type in sparkle and see what comes up. I knew I would get you on that. Okay. So look at all these fun templates we could play with. Like you could start anywhere. Let's trying to find one that's kind of fun and sparkly. I don't know. All right. I'm just going to click this. Oh, that's a pro. Sorry, guys. Okay. I don't like this one anyway. Hang on.
You're good. You guys drop a 1. Cause I'm just going to go ahead and say, I got a D in art. So I don't want you guys to think that you have to be an artistic person. You literally are picking templates and putting cute things together. That's your vibe. If you don't love glitter, everything I'm going to make is glitter. So that's my vibe, but maybe you don't like glitter. So, I mean, again, I got a D in art, a D. So you don't have to have an art degree to do this. It literally is an app that we're teaching you how to utilize. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I am not like, if you saw how I draw, I don't draw well. Like this is literally like you just play around. So I just,
I used that one. I used this one for our last Thursday event. See?
Yeah. So you just grab something, you guys, you can literally do anything in here. So if I click this, I can like double click it and I can retype something. Or I could just delete it and start over. Maybe I don't want, these are the frames. Mm-hmm. I'll show you that. So if you go over to elements, you guys, sorry, see, I'm getting all like, I can play around in here so much. If you go down to frames, these are kind of fun. It's a fun way to like put in your pictures or something. So as you see right here, these are frames. So if I drop a picture in here right now, it's going to go into that. So if I took like my picture, for example, and I just dropped it there, now it's in the letter.
That's so cool.
I know.
I'm okay.
If I double click that, I can, if the picture was big enough, I could move it around a little bit if I had room to, but, so yeah, you can move this around. You could change the coloring, the effects, like play with
it. Screams Ariel, doesn't it, you guys? Like it just screams Ariel, the colors. Those are our colors. Yeah. I love that.
Now I might play with this one. Okay. So that's like some real basics. I can't see the screen. What kind of questions do we have?
No, that's good. I had a lot of people asking about, like I said, the app. The thing is, again, if you sync them, then once you have your login, you're good. I know when I'm at corporate and we're playing around with this app, we all like just have access. Like if it's on your phone or your laptop or your PC, wherever it is, as long as you log in, you've got it. And then they've already made it so simple where it says Facebook post, Instagram story, Instagram post, or just edit one of your photos. Like literally they've even got the WhatsApp. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. They even have like, TikTok. If you're creating a Facebook cover like, you know, how that's kind of an odd shaped photo. Like you can do a Facebook cover photo, make your own. That's where I made mine. The other thing I wanted to say, so if you are starting with just like one image and you don't like, here's what I'll say. I used to do this thing where I would go in and I would just open a random template and I would throw in a picture and try to make it fit. It doesn't always look as good. So if you have a picture that you know you want to use, you're like, this is the one, I have to have it in my background or whatever. I would say start at the home button and you're going to click create a design up at the top. You're going to click edit photo. And then this is where you would go to your photos. And of course, this won't work for me right now because things never work.
Yeah, you can I'm sorry, okay. Question. You can do 120 for the year, or it's break that up and it's monthly. You can pay for it monthly too. Oh, that's a cool picture.
Thanks. Girl, so I could play with this one now. I could click edit photo, and now it's going to be the exact size of that picture. Ooh. And then I can start playing with it from there. So what would be kind of fun with this one is I could click on it. And then if you click transparency up here, you can make it real light. So you could put words all over it.
A lot of us do that for Instagram stories, like to tell our story, you know, like a creative way to tell your story.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So you could put like the reason why I don't suffer in the bedroom anymore. You know, you could play with this, but so libido gummy.
Yes.
So there's some basics. Hopefully that
that's good. Really good. And then I will also say it's a tax write-off. So that's always cool. A tax write-off. And then $12.99 a month. That's like 2 coffees, or right now, like maybe 1 coffee with inflation. So very, very worth it to have quality content, because you guys, what separates you from someone else is the content you're putting out there. Are you relatable? Are you, are you informing your viewers and your followers of things, or are you just, so I call it social media selfish, where you're like me, I, no one likes that. If you're telling a story and you're sharing about a product that someone needs and you're doing it in a creative way like this, you're going to stand out. I'm not going to name names, but there's other companies out there that their marketing techniques are mortifying. Absolutely mortifying. And so I feel like this sets us apart even more, because we're kind of giving you guys an inside scoop into how to kind of take your business and your content to the next level. Okay. Yeah. So I love that. What else were we looking at here, Dawn? Oh, they even have YouTube stuff. Like, this is crazy. Facebook.
I know, you guys, literally, like, there's so much stuff I haven't played with. I've tried even playing with like making random things like t-shirt designs and stuff. You can do so much in here. Something that I like to do personally for my business, I send out an email newsletter once a month. So you can even create newsletter templates in here. Everything is literally here. So it's, just start playing. That's really what it's about. But I'm trying to think of what else.
That's what I'm doing right now. And anybody else just pick up their phone and just start playing around with it? I'm like, ooh, I want to play with this. I want to do that. Okay. So I know we only wanted to kind of do 20 minutes tonight, not overwhelm people, but why don't we take a couple questions? So she showed you the very simple step-by-step, which I love it broken down this way. So I feel like a lot of the light bulbs are going off right now. Like, oh, that's all I had to click. That's all I have to do. And then from there, you can, like she said, play around with it, not spend 18 hours. I mean, if you want to, while you're watching TV or whatever, and the house is quiet, if you want to kind of play around with it, but that's really good. And just kind of a starting point, and kind of getting out there with basic content. And then if we've got questions, we can allow time for like a few questions too, but literally everything is right there. Like, once you kind of know where to find things and what to kind of look for, it's all pretty much there. Look at all the different patterns and background.
I'll be honest, when I go into the background section, I don't often find ones that I like. I don't know why. Their backgrounds are kind of like, meh. So I usually do a photo. I mean, they got so many cool photos in here too. Like, and if, let's say you wanted to make, I use elements a lot. I don't know why, but I like to play with the elements in there. So you could do a video. There's so many fun things for unicorns. You could do something for a unicorn drop video or a post or something. Oh my gosh, this little guy.
It's so cute.
I'm just going to make him run. Anyways, anybody got any questions?
All right, you guys, what are some questions? I love those unicorn ones. Those are super cool. again, I would just kind of do this as well as like, just kind of pick your products. So obviously you guys, we have so many products that you can choose from. So are you going to want to sit here and make graphics for every single product, even the ones you don't use? No, we want to like work smarter, not harder. So you want to obviously highlight products that you love. So Don, what would you say are like your top 3 products?
Well, my top 4, everybody knows, is my core 4 is the triple threat and unicorn drops all day long. So you'll see most of my content is based around those products. But I think I made a video for just about every product and gave them to Nicole.
Yeah. Yes. You'll see those at like, you see us posting those, but don't feel like you have to make a video for every single product or make a graphic for every single product. Be smart, like work smarter, not harder. So pick your core 4, pick your top 3, pick your top 2, and just really focus on those and keep, once you've spent the time to make them, guys, and you're like, wow, I'm actually really proud of myself, I did it. Then you can go ahead and just reshare that. If you're adding to your network every single day, you just keep sharing. I love following certain bloggers and stuff like that, but I've been following them for so long now that I've realized like, I already know on Monday what they're going to post. It's so crazy, but I'm like, oh, I already know on Monday she's going to post that. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah. I know she's going to post tips Tuesday. Yeah. I know she's going to do a work, like a try on Wednesday. So it's super cool. But you know what? I know that about them because I follow them for years and I still follow them, even though I'm going to see the same thing over and over again, because they also sprinkle in new things. And so when you get your followers kind of used to your